Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Diamonds.
Hi, Diamonds. How are you? Come on in the room.
Come on in the room.
You probably saying, wait a minute. Are they on time, Jesus? Is this 6 o'clock? Yes. It takes a team to help us. And we under the blankets?
Oh, Lord.
And we on time? Listen, I'm just saying. That's a lot. So y'all come on in.
Come on.
Come on in. Come on in.
Hey, Diamonds. Bling, bling. It's time. Come on in.
Come on in the room. So, we have so many things we're thinking about talking about today. It has been an interesting week. Actually an interesting couple of weeks. And it's like whenever you are breaking through to something amazing, whenever you are birthing a baby, birthing a dream, manifesting a vision, and you're right on that cusp, you'll find that breakthrough often needs some really good support.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It often needs really good support. So the first thing is to consider who is your support, right? What we know is for a lot of Black women, we are the support. We are the supporting being, right? In my house, I bought this farmhouse.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy. And I gutted the entire thing. And I remember my construction guys would say, now, Doc, you can't move this wall because this is a supporting wall, right? And I see a lot of times as Black women, that's how we show up for our families. That's how we show up in adversity. That's how we show up when people have needs. So when you need a breakthrough, and you need support, who are you turning to?
Who do you call?
Who do you call? Who's in your phone that can support you with your next level dreams? Ooh.
And sometimes it's funny. Hey, Tamika.
Hi,
Tamika. Sometimes you have people in there who you don't even realize. So when I decided to leave corporate and we endeavored on this business together, and we decided we figured out we needed help real soon, right? And we had to start picking up the phone and calling people for help. We had to start saying, hey, will you support this? We have this big vision. And what I learned really quickly is the people who you think will, won't. And the people who you think won't, will. Now think about that for a minute. The people who you think will, won't. And the people who you think won't, will. So let me give you an example. I helped a lot of people over the years.
Amen.
In my job. Help people get jobs, help people get business, gave people information. I did a whole lot of stuff for free that I now get paid for.
Praise
God. I did a whole lot for free. And when you start picking up the phone calling people, sometimes people, when they realize, I had some people like, oh, you not at Portia no more?
Oh. You get the proverbial, oh.
And you realize real quick, now that was your best friend. They was my best friend back then. Because I was doing for them. And I was in a position to do for them. But then when you leave, now they don't think you're in a position to do things for them.
And they size you up quick.
Oh my God,
put in the chat if you've known that somebody sized you up. Like you could just feel it. They're calculating. Are you still worth the energy that they used to give you before? I used to work, I was a leader at News Corporation. So I used to work on the film lot. I didn't even know how big of a deal this is. My dog, his name is Nicholas.
Say hi to the people.
Say hi to the people since you want to be on camera.
Right.
Don't be rude. He's 14 years old. I love him for my life. This is Nicholas. But so I worked on the lot on Pico, you know, big movie lot where they have all the pictures, these huge billboards of what movies are coming up next, big deal. So what I didn't know, sis, was people would say all the time, why don't I come down for lunch? And I was like, well, these people in Los Angeles, they sure like to do lunch a whole lot. They wanted to get on the lot. If they were writing a screenplay, if they were an actor, if they wanted to be a director, they were like, if I can get on the lot, because it was high security, you couldn't just go on, and this is where I worked every day. So naturally, they would ask me, oh, so how are you doing? And sizing you up. And when they found out that's where I worked, that became the carrot, right? They wanted to be in that position. They gave you all this great energy. Now, when you start working for yourself, because they've underestimated the vision that God has for you.
Yes.
And they've now put you in their proverbial box. So I guess the question I have for you, that's a breakthrough in and of itself. Is breaking through the image that other people have of you to stand firm and fully in the reality and the power of who you are, independent of what they think. So that's one level of a breakthrough. The other level of a breakthrough is, you know, when you're trying to get to that next level, that next move, that next thing, often you've not been there before. It's new. It's going to be good, but it's new. And depending on the resources that you take with you, that helps to determine the type of journey that you have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Having the resources to ask people, how? Can you give me the how? Can you show me? Can you mentor me in this? The step-by-step, the play-by-play of what I need to do, and help me to avoid pitfalls that are not necessary pitfalls if you have a mentor along the way. And that's what's so powerful. You know, even in my journey, people like you who call me and say, let me celebrate you, sis, right? I see what you're doing. We're in a similar space. You're stepping out on your own. I've been out here in this entrepreneurial world for all these years. I've gained some experiences. What can I do to help you be successful? I had people like you that reached out to me and said, what can I do to serve you? What can I do to help you? That made the difference. That made the difference, but that wasn't everybody.
Nope.
That was not everybody. So it's really, I had people like Monica McCoy. I'm gonna shout her out. Amazing. We would have lunch and she would just pour into me. That makes a difference. People who pour into you and give you support without any expectation of return. And I would ask you, we ask you who's your support, but who are you giving support to? Who are you giving support to without any expectation of return? Because that whole sizing you up, that goes both ways. Because you never know how the universe is going to bring it back around to you, where you can be a support to somebody or they can be a support to you.
And don't let the fact that it's not a one-to-one ratio. That's something that I learned. So you're supporting and serving. Sometimes you will get a fair exchange in support and service from that person. Sometimes you won't. How do you respond when you don't get that? from that person? And are you clear enough to recognize that if you planted good seed, a harvest is coming to you, even if it doesn't come from that person?
Oh, it's the law of sowing seed.
It really is.
No matter what, whatever you sow, you shall reap. You shall reap.
Yeah.
I like how the way you say you plant.
You plant good seed in good soil, you get good fruit. You plant good seed in bad soil, you get strange fruit. So that's another thing. You have to be so careful about where you plant your seed. Because if your seed is good, doesn't matter where you plant it, something is going to grow. Like for a long time, I've worked with celebrities and athletes and pastors, and I would say I don't want to work with anybody that's grimy and slimy. Please forgive me, that's my truth. And the reason was not because I was judging them, but because I had judgment.
Mm-hmm.
I had good judgment enough to know my seed is good, my intentions are good, my skill set is strong. If I plant seed in grimy and slimy soil, it grows. And I don't want it to populate strange fruit.
Amen.
That's not going to help elevate the betterment of other people.
Mm.
So everybody couldn't be a client for me, right? Because I understood that, and somehow in my mind, I was like, you have to be responsible for that, right? So there would be people, you'd be surprised. There would be people that would come and I'd say, I just don't think I'm the right fit. They say, oh no, Dr. Leach, you came highly recommended. And I'd say, I just don't think I'm the right fit. Because it just didn't go with, first of all, I'm not trying to go backwards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you got to guard your brand.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about that.
Ooh, you got to protect your brand.
Let's talk about that.
I mean, I learned a lot from my former employer. They had an amazing brand, right? International, well-known, brand known for luxury. And we protected that brand. Anybody and everybody couldn't come in that building and film and all those kind of things because that brand was so precious. I remember one time, Dr. Nicole, we had some board members come over from Germany. And we had a plant manager at the time, and he was so excited about them coming over. He was not plant, he was warehouse manager. And so he went out and he had this big floor mat made for the entrance to the new warehouse. And he put the brand logo on the floor mat. Mm-hmm. And when the board members and the family came over and they walked into that building, they froze. Mm-hmm. And they said, you put the family crest on the floor, you walk on the brand, you walk on our logo. Mm-hmm.
So, how much is your brand worth? How much is your brand worth?
That's powerful. How much is your brand worth? And listen, we're having a conference this weekend, SHEBrilliance, October 30th through November 1st. We struggle to call it a conference because it's not really a conference, it's more of an experience. Mm-hmm. The SHEBrilliance experience this weekend. If you are building a brand, if you're building a business, if you're trying to take a passion or something you're doing for free today, you want to be paid for. If you're taking a passion and you want to turn it into a 7-figure business.
If you're trying to pivot.
You're in corporate, you want to start your own business. It's a lot going on right now. People are making a lot of changes in their lives right now, as a fallout from everything that 2020 has brought us. If you're in that space and you're looking for your next, you need to be at the SHEBrilliance experience.
Absolutely.
Dr. Nicole and I bring a lot of experience together. Right? Entrepreneurial, corporate America. We're both international best-selling authors. We're both, we're both executive coaches, but it's not just us. It's a whole lot of experts and phenomenal people behind us.
Absolutely.
That specialize in building a business, that specialize in marketing and branding, that specialize in social media and advertising, that specialize in content planning, that specialize in executive presence, that specialize in executive communication,
Yep.
that specialize in
scaling your
business,
specialize in helping you build a nonprofit that is worthy of corporate partnership, communication, conversation, and leveraging your nonprofit to that next level with corporate partners.
They specialize in health and wellness. They specialize in scaling your business, your finances, dating and relationships, all those things. We've got a team behind us that is so amazing.
Yeah. And
they're coming to you at SHEBrilliance. We're providing that expertise to you at SHEBrilliance. That's why it's an experience. Because if you just show up and don't shrink,
oh boy,
woo,
what's possible? Because here's the thing, you know, what we know about Black women as Black women, nothing is perfect about the full aspects of our lives. We may have a great presence as it relates to our executive presence, but we're having some challenges managing family. Mm-hmm. Or we may have a business that is being knocked on the door by major corporations saying, we see you, we want to do business with you, but you're saying, we're not ready for that level of volume. Mm-hmm. How do we prepare so we don't go under? So for example, you know, it's always great when you want to have a Coca-Cola or a Chick-fil-A or a Porsche as a vendor. Those are wonderful brands to be connected with. But is your business ready to take on that type of partnership? Mm-hmm. There are some opportunities. You think you want Coca-Cola to say yes, but if they say yes, you won't be in business very long because you're not ready. And one order, one, can wipe you out.
You don't have to tell me. I've been in procurement and supply chain for over 30 years.
One order. So to have people like G-Sean, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Caroline,
oh
and
God.
Folks that we know that are supply chain mavens.
Experts.
Right?
Yes.
People like you that know procurement that can say, if that's where you want to go, let us help you grow the brand to be able to support that yes. Every yes you think you want, you can't handle.
No. Our supply chain team can help you take a product from an idea,
yep,
to a concept, to an actual product in your hand. The boxes that we created for the international, go get it. The boxes we created for the International Slumber Party were created in less than 45 days. From concept to actual creation and distribution. Our supply chain team is phenomenal. They designed the boxes and they procured and sourced every single item in the box.
Don't take all the blanket. Look. Don't take all the blanket.
Look at this. Our supply chain team created this. It's the most beautiful box. It's got all these empowering words on it. And inside,
wait. Show them on. Because what she said is so true. This was an idea.
It was an idea. It was just an idea. It wasn't even on paper.
It was just an idea. We were talking about it. And it's got all of our brand websites. It's got all of these amazing words that speak to what we think of you. Queens, authentic,
enough,
secure, you are enough. The stuff that I don't know about you, but I can't hear it enough.
I know that.
It blesses me every single time. Then on this side, it had our brands.
Slumber Party, SHEBrilliance, SHEBrilliancecom.
Sister Diamonds, that is our crest on the
Sister
top.
Hugs.
Sister Hugs on the side. We all need one because we all need a sister
And
hug.
you can get this at sisterhugs.com, by the way. You can get this at sisterhugs.com.
Really cute.
We got a little personalized letter in there to you from the Wonder Twins. And it's just full of, okay, look, this lemon scrub right here, this lemongrass scrub.
Get your whole life
From
together.
Bath Savvy. It's got our little logo on it and everything. This stuff smells so good.
And it's made by
a black woman.
A black woman.
A black woman.
Look, this was for our slumber party. So this is what many of your daughters got, right? They needed this to be cute when they put their makeup on.
This candle right here, Truck and Barter. When I tell you it's just heaven in a tin, it smells so good, made by a white woman.
And she all right with us.
She's amazing, and we support her.
Look at this. I don't want to open it because I want my box to stay as is, but this was a mask, a night mask that has our logo on the side.
Homemade fresh popcorn from Pop Mason, a black-owned popcorn company
that we love,
and it's so good. And I'm gonna have to hide this because Leanna, who's our intern, was just asking for this popcorn this morning, and so we gotta hide this.
She don't want me in my feelings. This is my box. Sisters, yes, just in case you are a journaler, look, got our logo on the front
and a diamond pin
and then my sister's book. Love it. Hard workers work hard, networkers move up.
All of that is in this box. And they sourced, had everything labeled with our logo, everything, printed the box, everything in less than 45 days.
And let's talk about it. On the inside of the box, I don't even know that y'all can see, but on the inside of the box, it says, don't shrink. And on this side, it says, shine your light. From an idea and the right people.
Yeah.
From an idea and the right people.
You need to be at SHEBrilliance. SHEBrilliance.com. Because again, it's not just me and Dr. Nicole. There is a whole team of experts behind us that want to serve you.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you're trying to do in your business. For years, when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I did executive coaching. I bought into different programs, but I never had, like with executive coaching, I had the one-on-one support, but that was more about, pulling ideas out of me, supporting my shift, thought partnering. But to have somebody say, okay, here's the thought partnering and here's the how-to.
At the
same time. And that's what we wanted to bring to you. We wanted to pull together the experts to support you in your next so that we can show up in 2021 with a whole new boss attitude.
Absolutely.
Let's show up in because see, 2020 has been a doozy. 2020 has been a doozy. But what it's done is it's shaken the earth's core. It's shaking. Things that were once high have been brought low. Right. And it's created an opportunity. It's leveled out and created an opportunity for us to shine our light and stand up, for us to raise our voice, because what we found out, what 2020 really illuminated, was there is a deficit of leadership.
Yep.
Right? And the people who we are electing to do their jobs, the people who, are running companies and we're expecting them to do, they fail. So now we have an opportunity to rise up. We have an opportunity to shift. Some of us had to shift. Some of us chose to shift. But what 2020 has done is it's created a shift in the atmosphere. And if you feel it, and if you've caught it, and you're ready to make that next move, now is the time. This is your season. You need to be at SHEBrilliance, SHEBrilliance.com. Don't miss an opportunity to help you with your next. Yeah. Whatever it is. And if you show up and shine your light and ask your questions and get what you need, When you leave, you will not be the same. Next year, this time when we're having SHEBrilliance again, you'll be giving a testimony.
Absolutely. You'll be talking about your products, and you'll be saying, you know, I had an idea and I turned it into a book.
Oh my God, we got coaches just for books.
Right. I turned it into a book, and then I said, well, what if I want to pull some other products together to go with my book? What does that look like? Listen, we didn't make anything in the box except Crystal's book is in some and my book is in others. These are partnerships.
Yeah.
And understanding
your product could be in the next
product
box.
Could be in here. These are partnerships and understanding how supply chain works. And some of you might be looking and saying, I don't even know what supply chain is. That's okay. It's not where you start.
Yes.
Trust and believe. It is not where you start. It's who do you align with to get your breakthrough to your next.
Yeah.
That is really the question. Yeah. Who do you align with to get your breakthrough to your next? Who can say to you, you don't want to do that product because it's coming too close to the time when you have to send your product out to your customer and we won't have enough time to quality check it. Mm-hmm. So it's cheaper and it looks good on the surface, but if it's not right, it's going to be a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Or this is a great product, but I think we can source it cheaper overseas.
Yep.
We've already got the connections in place and we can source this cheaper and get it to you. Or we have a network. Or, you know what, you're a Black business, we can find some other black businesses that can do this for you. So it's a network thing, guys. Listen, the reason why we put together the International Slumber Party and SHEBrilliance is because we believe in illumination and collectivism. Yeah. We believe that when we all come together and we work together, we shine the brightest. And when we shine bright, we provide hope for this world. We show up in a different way. We make a difference. We serve other people. And so that's why we brought these together, because we want to elevate our people. We want to elevate us to a position where we can help other people, where we can serve in humility and excellence. That's what SHE stands for. Service, humility, and excellence.
And we're just doing what we desired for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Let's be clear. We just believe Black women deserve more support.
Yeah,
we just do. Because we are Black women who have been to different levels and we saw the support that was needed to help us be successful.
Yeah, and me personally, I got sick of hearing people saying Black women don't support each other or Black people don't support each other. I got sick of hearing that. I got sick of hearing women can't work together, they catty and all, because that is bull. Mm-hmm. That is BS. We can work together. We can support each other. We just have to choose to show up and not shrink. We just have to choose to show up in service, humility, and excellence. We just have to choose to love one another. We just have to choose to stop competing with each other and start serving each other. Yeah. That's what we're doing at SHEBrilliance. If you need that tribe, if you need to be in the room, if that aligns with what you believe, if that's who you are, join us.
Yeah.
It's a movement.
And if it's not, and you know someone who needs to be there, you need to tell them, because one of the things that I think we do so well is we run a singular race together.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only competition that Crystal has is herself.
Yeah.
The only competition I have is myself.
The only competition Sister Diamonds has is Sister Diamonds.
So therefore, if I'm committed fully to running my race, but running it together, then there is no conflict that we can't get through. There is no covetousness. There is no jealousy. There is no, I'm going to tell you about that, because what if you steal mine?
Right, I'm going to move in silence.
That's not how we do it. We've been able to create stuff like this, and y'all ain't seen nothing yet. You got to come to SHEBrilliance to see how stuff has manifested. We created stuff like this, first of all, by being vulnerable enough to say, this we do well, that we do exceptionally well. This we only know piece of how to do that, and this we need help with. Yeah. And then folks came along and said, sounds good. I can help you with that.
Amazing people.
Amazing
oh my God,
people.
We got so many
talented people.
Oh my God, we got so many talented, amazing people in the Sister Diamonds cluster. Yeah. It's unbelievable. And what does it look like when you're running a race together? Yeah. Right? You're running your own race, but you're running it together. It looks like I might be out front sometimes, and Dr. Nicole is slowing, and she's limping along. And I stop, and I turn around, and I come back, because I'm not so worried about my end as I am me and my sister getting to the end together. And I say, hey, sis, what can I do to help? Right. What can I do to help? Let's do this. Now, when she's running, I might start falling back. And she comes back and she helps me. That's what sisterhood is about. That's what we have to do collectively to help each other. So, SHEBrilliance.com. Be in the arena. You've got to be in the arena. And you might have your own thing going. Who knows? You might come in the arena and see how we can work together. Yeah. How you can be a part of the Sister Diamonds tribe, or how Sister Diamonds can serve your tribe. You may be comfortable in your job and comfortable in what you're doing, but maybe there's an area of your relationships at home or at work that you feel that you can improve on. Or maybe you want to just be a better leader. You right now as leaders, we're being called on as leaders to not only lead the business in crazy times, but also to support our teams emotionally with all of this stuff going on with the pandemic and economics and all this stuff. So it may be challenging your leadership. So whatever it is that you're seeking, or whatever it is that you feel, whatever areas you feel that you could grow in, come to SHEBrilliance.com. Let's talk about it. I guarantee you we're going to have some experts on the Sister Diamonds tribe in the cluster that can help you, that can give you some advice, that can be a support for you.
Yeah. And show you what you need to know that no one would tell you. It's interesting. I had a conversation on Sunday with some of my Link sisters. We were talking about some stuff. And one of the topics that came about is this conversation of Black women and intimidation in dating. It was such a cool conversation. And some of the things that I said, they were like, wow, I hadn't thought about it. I hadn't thought about that. That, and they were laughing like, okay, we guess that's why you on the Oprah Winfrey Network doing relationship coaching. Maybe that's why. And it was cute and it was funny, but it was powerful, because there are different aspects of our lives that if we could just get some support, we could make the shifts that are heart shifts too. It's not just about scaling the business. It's not just about getting a seat at the executive table. It's not just about making a 7-figure business. It's also about hard work, inspiration, relational health, service. It's all these wonderful things, and being able to see your future through a different lens. Sometimes we're so married to the lens that we have that we don't even recognize that it's a pair of shades that have a brown hue, and everything we're looking at is seen as brown. Have you ever been in a situation where it's not until you come out of it that you're like, how come
I didn't see
that? Because you're in it. And sometimes, ladies, as powerful and wonderful and dynamic and just inspiring as we are, sometimes we need somebody to say, reposition this way. Because they may say to you, sis, what color is the ball? And you say, the ball is blue. The ball is blue? The ball is blue. I'm looking at it. The ball is blue. Are you sure the ball is blue? I'm positive. I know my colors. The ball is blue. If you move 4 feet to the left, you'll see this section of the ball is blue. That section of the ball is yellow. But you have to make a shift to see the different sides of the ball. You weren't wrong. You just saw it from one perspective, one lens. And if that's the only way you see that ball, you might be mistaken into thinking the entire ball is blue, and you make moves that really are not in your best interest. So opportunities like SHEBrilliance give you the platform without risk to come in and see the ball from a different vantage point, so that when you've got to make your next best move, you really do know what that is. You now can yell and say, hey, Crystal, what color is the ball on your side? And she'll say, it's red. I said, oh, Crystal, walk 4 feet to the left. And when she walks, she's like, sis, I see red. And I say, sis, I see yellow. And it's like, okay, this ball has different dimensions. So how are we now going to deal with this together? How are we going to maximize this together? That's what SHEBrilliance.com is going to offer you. You got to be in the arena, ladies.
Got to be there. And listen, we've made it super simple. And because we are Wonder Twins, and because we know how powerful it is when there's two, the power of two, we have made it possible for you to come and bring a friend for free.
Hallelujah.
At the checkout, just select the one that says bring a friend. Right? So either general admission or VIP, you can bring a friend for free, because we know how powerful it is with the power of two.
Yeah.
So call your friend, gift it to a friend. It's the holidays.
Gift it
to a friend. Say, girl, I just bought a ticket to this experience this weekend called SHEBrilliance, and I want to gift you a ticket. Gift it to a friend. If you don't want to gift it to a friend, y'all split it down in half and both of y'all come and get, I promise you, you'll both get a return on your investment.
But I'm just going to say this though. You got to have your own wine, right? For our girls' night wine.
Yes.
Wine down. You got to have your own wine.
Absolutely.
For our visioning party, we're going to show you the trick to that. You intimidated by some of that? Fret not thyself. In our visioning party, that is going to make a difference for you. And I don't know if you all came to our watch party, but DJ C. Devon,
cutting it up.
Honey,
we were jamming. We're going to have a good time.
We're going to dance and we're going to have a good time. That's how we do our experiences. We do them in a mansion. Why?
It is virtual, guys. If anybody is not clear, it's virtual. You can join from anywhere in the world. And it is a virtual mansion. It's so cute. It's cute. real cute.
Because you deserve it. But I'm hating. Don't be joining if you in Barbados or someplace. Tell me you're in Texas or New York.
No, show me. Listen, I need the beach so bad. If you're in Barbados, not only do you need to tell me, you need to have your camera on, and you need to be standing out in front of the water so I can hear the tides coming in. So we need to see that. I need that in my life. I need a beach.
So it's that kind of stuff, and it's our virtual brunch that's happening on Sunday. We don't know what's on your menu or what's going to be on your menu, but it's that kind of stuff. It's the ability to cultivate. It's the ability to connect and network. It's the ability to not be judged, but be seen.
Yeah.
Not be judged, but be seen. And the ability to say, I got a handle on this, baby. You can't, I got this. But this, can somebody help me with this? This I don't know what to do with, right? I don't know what to do with my parents getting older. and me having all of the responsibility. And I'm trying to honor them, and I'm trying to do everything that I can. But in this COVID experience, it's been even tougher. It's the conversations that we really need to talk about, to get tips and tools from people that know how to do it at another level. It's your time. We want to see you on Friday, October the 30th, in the SHEBrilliance Mansion.
SHEBrilliance.com, ladies.
SHEBrilliance.com. Get your ticket. Love you.
Love you. And bye-bye.
And bye-bye. Oh, man.